Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first match of today, or like the first map of today for the lower brackets, where it will be Team Missclick versus Team SoloGenic, where we're first going to play on the map Villa. First, we're going to watch through this lovely map video, and then we're going to join this match. Here we go. As you can see, we will be starting with Team Missclick on attack and Team SoloGenic on defense, where Team SoloGenic can ban the first attacker operator. In this case, it will be Finka. Finka has been quite a strong operator over the past days, and therefore it's quite over the past days, past weeks, past months, and therefore it's quite understandable that Finka will be banned here. Now it's up to Team Missclick to also ban an operator. Also, once again, this will be an attacking operator, and let's see which one they will ban today. In this case, it will be Thatcher. Thatcher is again a very common operator to ban, especially on attack. And therefore, yeah, it's a very interesting operator to ban. Wait, excuse me, one moment. One small problem here. Okay, sorry, yeah, guys, I have one small technical issue, but this is resolved right now. The second operator banned by Team Missclick is the Valkyrie. Valkyrie, of course, is a very strong operator, can be used very well to locate her Valkyrie camps and to gain a lot of information. Apparently, I'm getting notifications about the data center. Yeah, for some reason, I did send the match to Central EU, which was requested by the players, but for some reason, it did not take any action on that. Let me see. Okay, apparently there's no need for a rehost. Some of the players requested the match to be hosted on Central European for a better internet connection, but for some reason those changes that I made did not take any action, and therefore we're still connected to West Europe. But apparently it's no problem, and we are good to start with this match right now. So like I said, this is the lower brackets semi-final. This will be a BO3 match where we're starting on the map Villa here with SoloGenic on defense and SoloGenic on defense and Team Missclick on attack. My name is MadMax, by the way, or Bozamax as I prefer to use these days. I'm usually a caster for R6Con, which is a Benelux only PlayStation tournament. But today, just like last week, I believe it was, I'll be casting for ESA as well. Usually I cast in Dutch, but today I'll be casting in English.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Okay, well, as the first preparation phase of this match has come to an end, we're now going to start with the action phase, where it's now up to Team Missclick to go for the attack, Team Blue, and we'll see how they will approach the building.
Drone active.
We're actually seeing quite quick approach of the attacking side here. Drones already being thrown inside, Twitch is already entering the building here. And this could actually lead to some very early kills on either side. It's very important for the attackers to gather as much information as possible to actually be able to find those roaming defenders and to lock them in and find them. Because if you don't, there's actually a very good chance that actually the defenders will be able to take you out instead. First kill goes to Pupman, an attacker on Team Missclick, and he managed to take out Dipsy there, which is the roaming mute. This is a good start for the attacking side. A first kill within the first 50 seconds. Which is a very nice and quick approach, like I was saying before. Ace charges have been used to take care of that defense extension with the reinforcements there on the master bedroom wall, and with pretty much every defender being gone from the north side of the map, the attackers can now continue to get more control over the south side of the map, where the bomb site is located. Meanwhile, also deck army, the Mozzie has been taken out, which leaves this round in a 5 versus 3 in the advantage of the attackers. Meanwhile, Dakuri managed to take a kill, but Lego Man managed to take him out by doing a refrag. And by the Echo also gets taken out. It's now a 4 versus 2, 2 times as many attackers alive as defenders, and this means it can get pretty difficult for Team SoloGenic here. Only Ristress and Cola alive.
Nice and quiet.
while there's 4 attackers on the other side trying to make things difficult for them. Maverick is one of those operators who is starting with doing that. He's using his blowtorch to make some first holes there in the vault wall. And now Anita gets thrown. This helps to take out the mutagen which was placed. And ace charge gets thrown with impact. Actually, Cola manages to take out both of those ace charges. This allows him to actually keep the wall fairly much close. They will not be able to enter through it, but still, of course, they will have a line of sight through it. Cola manages to get the kill. Res. Cola another kill there on Solo, and in the end, Solo gets go Cola. And in the end, the last attacker gets taken out while only the smoke was alive, bringing this first round to the defenders, which is Team SoloGenic, setting the score on 0-1. Well, actually, since you guys might have been seeing on our social media, we actually have a brand new sponsor, which is Dood, D-O-O-D. We would like to, we from ESA would like to thank our new partner Dood. Dood is a next generation social interactive platform for gamers. In simple words, it's a Tinder for gamers. Players can discover, upload, and monetize their content. Join our Discord or check our Twitter to get more information about Dood. So thank you for sponsoring Dood. They actually have added some money to the prize pool, if I'm recalling correctly, which is obviously very nice and generous of them. So thank you. Okay. With the first round, which came to an end, we're now going to the second round of this match. Still, of course, Team SoloGenic here on the defense, and for this round we're going to Trophy Statuary. Just like most of the bomb sets here, all of them are fairly popular. There's only one bomb site which is a bit tough to play, which is the Library Living bomb site. No one really ever goes there, and therefore there's only 3 proper options in this map, of which most of them are just as popular. Well, very interesting to actually see the Nuck in play again. Nuck is, of course, a very interesting operator who can use her ability to stay out of sight of cameras and avoid certain detection of certain other gadgets. Therefore, she can play very stealthy and actually cause some very nice and surprising moments for the defending team. Meanwhile, we're seeing a very interesting setup here on the defensive side. 2 out of 3 walls of master bedroom are actually reinforced, but also some holes there on the walk-in closet. This makes it a bit more difficult for the attackers to actually take control, to take more grounds, which actually can slow them down a fair bit, which makes defending on this bomb set a bit more easy. Meanwhile, the first attackers are actually managing to take control over master bedroom. They actually are playing very well. They're doing their best job to actually take more and more control. Grillick is closing in, but the Frost playing behind the shield actually manages to get the kill there on Konski. It's now 4 versus 5 in the advantage of the defending team. Frost here continues to play on this very strong position. Bristles manages to take a kill on Lego Man, leaving this round in a 3 versus 5. Frost is quickly relocating, making sure she can check various sides, where Cole also managed to get a kill on Pupman. And Frost here manages to re-enable the laser gates. Meanwhile, Istin managed to take a nade kill there on Rishpress. Might have been thrown from the... I think it was from the astronomy window, which is, of course, a nice try. Luckily, by falling down there, she actually spotted the Frost trap. She might not have done otherwise, and this might have saved her life there, luckily. Well, 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. This means it's now getting very close for the attacking side. They still have 1 minute here, which is some time to work with, but in a 2 versus 5, this is not an ideal situation. Luckily, Sol actually does a great pre-fire there on Dakuri, manages to take him out. Innate actually directly hits Cola, does a little bit of damage, but doesn't fully kill him. And then Dipsy manages to get the kill there on this, leaving Solo there all alone alive. Manages to find Deck Army, manages to take him out, bringing it to 1 versus 2. Solo then is forced to walk through the laser gate, which does a fair bit amount of damage on him, which is very unfortunate. He does have the diffuser in hand, he is able to go for a plant, but needs to be careful for Cola, who is going for a pretty smart relocation. But in the end, Dipsy manages to get the final kill, bringing the second round to defense as well, setting the score to 0-2. Okay, actually last time when I casted for ESA last week, I actually got some notification in the chat about my game audio not being fully synced with the video. If this is the case, please let me know. I have a simple fix for that. Some kind of weird software issue with either my Elgato or OBS. So if that's the case, please let me know. Well, after the defenders have been quite successful winning the first 2 rounds that they have played, they now are forced to go to a 3rd bomb site, which is going to be kitchen dining. Just like I said, it's a very popular bomb site, a very proper bomb site to actually defend, and therefore it's a very a good option. I don't think many teams have a huge preference on which bomb site to go on the map. I think all 3 are very good options, and the choice is not. It's actually fairly difficult to make for which one to pick first. Well, with the preparation phase coming to an end, we're now going to spectate the attackers and see how they are going to approach the building. So far, they are very well at taking control and taking more ground. But in the end, every time the defensive sides manage to get a comeback, take more control, take the control back, and manages to win the rounds. It will be nice to see for the attackers actually for them to win a round, to turn things around for them.
Doorway secured. Secure the wall.
Well, in the end, actually, it's TM who actually manages to get a first kill there on Cola. Cola getting taken out. That is the Ka'id who has been taken out there. It's now 5 versus 4, and with the Ka'id taken out, they don't really need to be worrying about any Ka'ids tricking anyway. I think they were already placed on the floor, so it wouldn't have been a problem either way. But still, it's nice to have Ka'id taken out. We probably still had a C4 in his pockets. And of course a nice gun, which can be used to get kills as well.
A bomb has been located.
Well, the first minute has been spent. Attackers are playing a bit slower than the previous rounds. Maybe that might be a good thing, because the first 2 rounds didn't work out well for them. And they're actually going for a new try right now. The adjustment of their attacking speed might be a good thing. It could help them a bit to play things a bit more safe, which could end up in a good result. Meanwhile, Papan, the Zofia is actually slowly going up the pantry stairs. It's a smart position to play. It might be a good way to actually to surprise various defending players. In the end, Lego Man managed to take a kill on the deck army. Solo on the Curry. Okay, interesting. The Termite is going for a plant against the electrified wall. This does some damage on him, but not too much. Luckily, he decides to go move a bit ahead and goes for the plant anyway. In the end, the diffuser goes down. Lego Man managed to take a kill on Res, leaving Dipsy all alone here in a 4 versus 1. The only defender left on the team of SoloGenic, which might lead to the first round, which is going here to Team Missclick, especially since the Capcan is going for a very defensive play here, staying there in the arch storage, hiding himself. It's very unlikely that he's going to be able to defuse the diffuser, meaning this round will definitely go to Missclick, which will give them their first round for this matchup, and bringing the score to a 1-2. And with the round coming to end, the score for the point for Missclick is now definitive, bringing the score to 1-2, which is the first round and might be the start of many more to come. It would be nice to see very close matches today. Of course, this is the semi-finals of the lower brackets, so these teams are fairly even when it comes to their skill level, which could result in very close matches. Actually, I did notice that ESA did a poll on their Twitter. Let me actually take a look on that. I see that 24 people in total actually casted their votes, of which 58% voted for Team Missclick to win this BO3 matchup, where 41, a slightly lower percentage, has voted for Team SoloGenic. So if you guys are correct, then Team Missclick should in the end win this tournament, or this match this evening. Well, since it has been 3 rounds on the defensive side there for SoloGenic, they're actually allowed to go back to the first bomb site that they picked, which is Aviator Games. Last time they had little trouble to actually win this round, and if they do the same thing, it might work out well for them. At the same time, Team Missclick did get a taste of their defensive strategy, which they now could use in their advantage. If they have learned from their mistakes, make the right adjustments, then they should be fine. In the end, actually, wow, okay, Dipsy and its is actually managed to take a trade there. That's the Yana taking out the Legion and the Legion taking out the Yana, which was a trade. Where did this actually happen? Okay, it seems like that Yana was over there, but where was the Legion then? On the wind? Oh, it was on the rappel. Okay, so the Yana was on the rappel, the Legion was there, standing at the window, and they both took out each other there with the headshots. Okay, it's a 4 versus 4 now. Both teams have suffered one casualty, and now it's time for the other attackers to actually continue with their attack. Termite is going to use his first Thermite charge to actually open up the master battle wall to actually give the attackers a bit more freedom to take more control over the trophy statuary sites. To give them an extra line of sight and an extra entry point. Mozzie playing here on landing, he has been spotted. He needs to be a bit careful there because the attackers are already focusing on him. In the end, he makes a smart choice to actually move away, and he might actually be able to go for a flank later on. Attackers are actually slowing down a bit now. Only 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, which is the half of the rounds. They are now trying to regroup, trying to get some more information on where all the defenders are actually playing. We can actually see the Mozzie currently rotating slowly here towards the red stairs. C4 gets pre-placed, which can be used later on to actually take out an attacker. But in the end, Lego Man manages to take a deck army. Mozzie's pre-placed C4 is not going to be any good there, which is a big win here for the Twitch. In the end, he also manages to spot the Echo, but doesn't quite hit the shots. In the end, Echo manages to get away, and Rizwes goes for a perfect save there. Manages to take out the attacker who was playing downstairs, leaving this round in the 3 versus 3 with only 15 seconds on the clock. Termite, meanwhile, has breached the vault. Doesn't know which corner to check. In the end, gets taken out by the Echo. Papa with the kill on Dakuri. Kola gets taken out by Solo, and it's now a 2 versus 1 with only Rizwes alive on the defensive side. The smoke. He has still 1 smoke canister in his pocket. It will be a good moment to throw it. In the end, he throws it in the vault. But actually, no attacker standing there right there. But in the end, he managed to take a Pupman who was going for the defuse. But luckily, the other remaining attacker, I think it's the Solo, managed to go for great cover there. Manages to take out the final defender, making this bringing this round to the attacking side. Team Missclick, and setting the score to an even 2-2. So an even 2-2 score. 4 rounds have passed so far. Both teams are performing pretty well. 2-2 is the score right now. And now the question is, what's going to happen with the next 2 rounds? Will we go to either team again, and will we go with a 3-3 score through the roll switch? Or will either one of the 2 teams actually manage to get more rounds out of these last 2 rounds? If we actually check the match, who was the one who... let me actually check the information. Which team picked the side on this map? It was... trying to see... SoloGenic actually decided to defense first on this map. So it was their pick. Well, so far they have gotten 2 rounds out of it. It would be nice for them to it would be nice to see for them to actually get a bit more rounds out of it. But yeah, we will see. Frost there is trying to go for a nice round. In the end, she doesn't manage to find anyone, but also doesn't get spotted herself anyway. So yeah, this is a nice try, which didn't do any damage on either side. Of course, doing such rounds is very risky, as you're making yourself very vulnerable, and as you also will be spotted constantly with a red outline. So Monty is being very effective there with the upside down rappel. Of course, a very effective way to actually spot frost traps to take them out without needing to enter the building. Meanwhile, Lego Man actually gets a bit in trouble there. He actually got damaged by the courier. The courier is playing on the same spot and actually managed to get a very nice headshot there on Pupman. His first kill for this round, setting the score on a 4 versus 5. But as we speak, Solo managed to get a kill on Rizres. The Monty is being able to push through the building very effectively. He's already taking control over Trophy. In the end, the courier managed to take out Lego Man though, but then is managed to take a kill on the courier. Ooh, Monty actually tried to go for kill there, but Deck Army with a nice flick managed to get a double headshot there, leaving Solo all alone in a 1 versus 3. He managed to get a kill on Dipsy, but it took a lot of damage on him. leaving him with only about 20% of health left, or 20 HP I should say, in a 1 versus 2, which is going to be fairly difficult for him to clutch. But nothing is impossible. He still has 1 minute and 27 seconds. Half of the round is still there. Unfortunately, the defenders do not have a Thunderbird, otherwise he would have been able to heal himself. But that is not going to happen. He does not have any nades, he does not have any drones, so he needs to go in blind, which might be a bit difficult. The fuser is also on the floor, so he needs to pick it up. The Jaeger seems to be aware of the whereabouts of the Maverick, sorry. He's already like, slowly picking. But in the end, it's Cola who actually has been communicated with his other teammates, and will in the end manage to get the final kill, bringing this round to the defensive team, SoloGenic, setting the score on 2-3. A 2-3 score, bringing us now to the 6th and final round before the roll swap. Like I said, will we see a 3-3, or is SoloGenic going to take one more point on the defensive side, which they picked? And will they set the score to a fairly ideal score for them, which will be 2-4. 3-3 is still okay, it's doable, but if you actually pick the side, then it will be the best to actually get more rounds out of it. So a 2-4 will be a very good score for SoloGenic to actually move on to the roll swap with. Well, in the end, we are going back to the game's Aviator bomb side, a bomb side which has been played by SoloGenic 2 times this evening. One time they won it, one time they lost it, so this will be the 3rd time. Will they win it twice, or will they lose it twice? That's going to be the question for this round. Meanwhile, also the defense is being extended like before towards the Master Bedroom side. Every time so far this has costed the attacking side some hard-breaching utility, which is good. It also takes a lot of time, and it's a great way for the defenders to actually waste time and utility on the attackers.
5 seconds left.
Also, echo drones are being placed on the other side of the map to actually help the defenders playing there gather information and use it in their advantage against the attacking team.
IED scanning.
Well, it seems like the attackers are going for the same approach they have been doing previously. They're going to push from the Master Bedroom side, which has been very effective for them. Echo drone actually got spotted there, but he is stuck behind some of the, what is it, like metal decoration, making it's unable to actually take it out. And the Echo actually manages to spot the threat and uses it to actually get away safely. Well, meanwhile, also a pre-play C4 luckily gets spotted. That could have been very nasty there. But in the end, the attackers managed to spot it, use a explosive charge of the Sophia to also take out the C4. So the attackers cannot use it against them. It's the only C4 they had, which is now lost.
A bomb has been located.
Meanwhile, attackers are starting to get more and more control. Dipsy, Dipsy, the Ella, is basically one of the first lines of defense together with Deck Army. Dipsy needs to be careful. They managed to rotate back into the objective with a close call, and basically every single defender is now back on site or close to site, which is good for the attackers. They took 1 minute and 15 seconds to actually do this. They're now getting closer to the bomb site itself, where they can eventually go for their actual execute. On the end, no mute jammers, no bandit charges, no electro claws. This means that the ace will be able to go for a breach on the vault wall easily. He just needs to throw his gadgets, and it will be going open, which is a good thing for him, leaving him with 2 more of his gadgets, which he can use on a different wall instead, if he wishes so. In the end, Bachman is the first one who managed to get the kill there on wrist rest. It's the smoke takeouts. He probably didn't use any of his smoke canisters yet, which is good for the attacking sides. Bachman managed to get another kill there on Cola. He's getting some skills really nicely. He gets a bit of a trouble with the Ella with the shotgun, which of course is a very difficult weapon to play against. Bachman managed to get a 3rd kill, a triple kill for him on Dakuri. Konski with a kill on Dipsy, leaving Deck Army all alone there in a 4 versus 1. He managed to get in contact with the Yana, managed to take her out with a headshot, but meanwhile Konski is going for the defuse there. And in the end, Solo is the final one who managed to get the kill. And this brings this round, the 6th round, to the attacking side, Team Missclick, setting the score to 3-3. A 3-3 score, like I said, it's not ideal if you actually picked the starting side. It will be ideal to get at least 4 points in that situation, but 3-3 is workable, it's doable. And now it's up to Team Missclick to actually start with defense and Team SoloGenic to start attacking. Now the question is, which team is better on which role?
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Because for the first half, it's hard to say which team is better. Both teams have scored 3 points. For the first defensive round on Team Missclick this time, we're actually going to aviator games. A bomb site we have been seeing 3 times in the previous half of this map. And now it's up to them to actually defend this. In the end, they attacked it 2 times, successfully attacked it 2 times, and only failed to attack it properly 1 time. Now it's up to SoloGenic to attack this bomb site, and I'm very curious to see how they will do.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
It would also be interesting to see Team Missclick actually taking some revenge with spawn peaks, just like Team SoloGenic did.
Deployed. Setting my flashbang.
Deck Army is the first one to enter the building there in our studio. Luckily, he noticed Konski actually punching open the hatch there in the study, giving him a fairly easy kill him there. That's the first defender taking out, which is a good thing there for Team SoloGenic. In the end, this time the Sledge spots another easy kill, but in the end, luckily, Tim is playing there on the red stairs and managed to take out the Sledge before he actually managed to get a kill. In the end, it's also Pupman taking a kill there on Dakuri, bringing this match back to an even 3-3, or this round to an even 3-3. Back to 0. Quite some big roamer presence here. In the end, we'll manage to get another kill there on Dipsy. He was playing there on the red stairs, which of course is a very strong position to play on, and maybe also not very easy to predict. But in the end, he managed to get the kill there. It's now 3 versus 2. Res is getting some damage, probably done by his own grenade, which he thrown. It wasn't meant for Is. In the end, with the second nade, he managed to do about 50% damage, which is nice, but unfortunately not a kill. Where did the Ace just throw his Ace charge? I thought I heard him throw one. Not quite sure in the end. Well, both of the attackers are still playing downstairs. They're having trouble to take control over the upper level of the map. It's of course 3 defenders versus 2 attackers, giving the defenders the man disadvantage, which makes things a bit difficult. But in the end, Cola and Rizres are both able to take the control over this upper level. In the end, Legoman is playing the one here study. He managed to take a headshot there on Rizres, gets a bit in trouble with the Ace there. The Ace does a lot of damage there on him. 1 bullet, and then Legoman will be taken out. But with some smart repositioning, he's managing to stay out of sight, and in the end, even managed to get the kill there on Cola, bringing this round to the defensive side. Team Missclick, setting the score to 4-3. A 4-3 score, meaning Team Missclick is now in the lead, but with only 1 point difference, so anything can still happen at this moment. It's a very close matchup between these 2 teams. If we actually look at Liquipedia, I'm actually interested in how these teams are doing in general. Well, Team Missclick is actually performing the second best in general. They have won 4 matches without going to overtime, 1 match by going to overtime, and they only lost 1 more match in overtime. So actually they have been doing fairly good. There's only 1 team which has been playing better, which is Team Orcless, which has won 5 matches without actually going a single time to overtime. Team SoloGenic, on the other hand, they have won only 3 matches, lost 1 without going to overtime, and lost 2 with going to overtime. So technically, Team Missclick has been performing a lot better, but of course, we need to take into account that there have been group stages. These teams have been playing against different teams, so therefore we cannot fully rely on these statistics. It's actually very interesting to keep an eye on the Liquipedia page. It's being updated very regularly, and it's a very nice source of information. So if you actually care about statistics, I would highly recommend to look up ESA on Liquipedia. Well, meanwhile, the round has started. The first 25 seconds has passed, and the Courier is actually managing to get the first kill there on Solo. That's the mute being taken out there. It's an opening kill from outside of the building, which is of course very nice. Always nice if you get a kill like that. Which is of course a very low risk, high reward kill. Also, Echo is in play. Lion is in play. His scan has been used to actually try to locate some of the defenders or enable them to move. And in the end, Deck Army gets a kill. Legoman gets a kill in Deck Army, where also Rizres got taken out earlier as well. Now it's a 3 versus 3. Again, a very even men score. which makes this round very, very interesting to see. Okay, and the attackers take some time to actually regroup, gather a bit more information, to reposition themselves. They still have 1 minute and 35 seconds, which is plenty of time to gather more information, to go for to figure out a proper approach for the bomb site, which is of course a smart thing to do. They also need to be careful for the bandit, who's currently playing fairly far offside, playing on the red stairs, waiting for any attacker who might push from that side. Konski is playing here in master bedroom, where Patman is playing there in trophy. In the end, nades get thrown from below. The Korea is the one who's trying that. Unfortunately, he doesn't manage to find anyone, which of course is a nice try, but very unfortunate for him. Well, and Kola is the one, the lion. He's the one playing there on the bedroom roof side, on the balcony, or actually on the roof itself. Actually using his lion skin to help him to enter the building. The Korea is using his hologram to scout ahead. The Jaeger actually gets spotted, gets damaged quite a bit, but actually manages to escape. In the end, he gets taken out by a nade from the Korea. He still managed to get a kill there on Kola. Konski managed to go from the back and managed to take out Kola, and now it's only Dipsy alive in a 2 versus 1 with Konski and Istim full of health. A nice deployable shield there, which is helping Konski. In the end, it's who managed to get the final kill, which means this round is also going to defense. 2 defensive rounds in a row for Team Missclick, setting the score to 5-3. Which means this map is now on a 2-score difference between these 2 teams. Still, one more round for Team Missclick to actually hit the match points, but I would say they're getting in a good position right now. Of course, the 2-score difference must feel pretty good for them, must raise some confidence, which is only a good thing for the rest of the match. It helps to boost the morale of the whole team.
Locate and defuse bombs.
I was about to say some friendly fire there on Konski, but of course he's playing as Oryx. When he uses his ability to push through walls, he will actually get damaged because of it. It's of course a very effective way to actually create rotations. He also has the sidearm shotgun, which can also be used. So he's being very effective there on creating some rotations and peeking holes. So far the defense is not being extended to the top floor yet. Although actually the wall there towards the red hallway downstairs has been reinforced. It's actually a wall that can be quite useful for both teams. I mean, if it's in the hand of the defenders playing upstairs, they can actually contest the red hallway down there. But if the attackers take control of the top floor, they can of course use it to also contest this red hallway, which might be used by various defenders to actually relocate themselves. In the end, Vigil is the one playing up here in master bedroom. He went for a run out, which did reveal his location. He then tries to go for spawn peek, which is quite risky. The attackers were fairly aware that he was playing there, but in the end he didn't manage to hit anyone. He's playing fairly aggressively as well. He's playing here in study, punches open a second window in the hope he can actually actually find someone there. He should be able to find someone there, you would say. Like the Curry is playing there and Kola is laying on the floor there. You would almost say that they're able to see each other, but I think the Curry is indeed slightly around the corner there, making the Vigil unable to actually spot him. In the end, he managed to take some shots, giving away his position. I don't think it would be a good idea to go for another peek. He might be able to hit someone, but I think he has tried enough, and it's time for him to continue playing in different ways. In the meantime, attackers have relocated themselves to some various possible entry points close to the bomb site. They are not even bothering to go into the top floor, which could be a mistake, which could be a good thing. If the upper floor stays in control of the defenders, they can actually use it in their own advantage to contest the attackers from above. But if they don't really have any holes or anything, then it might be a bit difficult for them to do so. Ace has thrown one of his ace charges there on the wall of pantry. Unfortunately, the Muse Jammer was placed, causing the ace charge to not go off. But in the end, a second nade does the job. So to actually take out the Muse Jammer, causing the ace charge to finally activate to breach the pantry wall there. Meanwhile, 1 minute and 50 seconds have passed, and leaving only 1 minute here on the clock now. It's getting very close now. Zero operators have been taken out, so this round is going to be turned into a bloodbath anytime soon. The Vigil might be the first one to actually take someone out, or gets taken out, but in the end, he's the one who's getting the kill. He managed to take out Deck Army, which is a sledge. Solo also managed to take out the Cola there. Then Legoman managed to take a kill on Dipsy, leaving only 2 attackers alive, which is Wrist and Dakuri. Both of them managed to take a kill. It's a 3 versus 2 now. The first entries are being made. Wrist also managed to take a kill on Pupman there, leaving this round in the 2 versus 2. Attackers have control over bomb sites. Both of the defenders are quite far offside, but is actually managed to take a Wrist, leaving Dakuri all alone here on site. He does not have the diffuser. Where even is the diffuser? I am not quite sure. Oh, that's why Solo is playing there. He has the diffuser. He has control over it. He's playing safe. In the end, Dakuri managed to take out Is, and now it's going to be a very close match. The ADS actually potentially saved Solo there, and now he actually very smartly rotates himself outside, waiting for the Yana from a bit of a smarter angle, and also he was able to run outside. If Yana would have pushed him, he could have just run away, making the time do the job for him, which would have won the round. But in the end, he decides to take a little bit of risk, but he manages to get the kill on the Yana, which in the end does the job, bringing this round to Team Missclick as well, and setting the score to 6-3. Double as many points there for Team Missclick, and also match point for them, meaning if they only win one more round, they will win this first map, where Team SoloGenic needs to wake up a little bit, and needs to win 3 rounds to actually bring this map to 6-6, and give them a second chance to actually win this map in overtime. But for now, Team Missclick in a very good position here. Okay, for the 10th round of this match, we're now going to study Aviator, a bomb site that has been played by Team Missclick before on defense, but since 3 defensive rounds have passed, they're now allowed to go back to this bomb site again. If they do the same thing, if they execute it just as well as they did last time, then they might be fine and might win this round once more, which would quickly end this first map of today. But at the same time, SoloGenic might have learned a bit more from their first attack on the site, which could actually help them. We're seeing some very interesting operations. We're seeing the Blitz, we're seeing the Ying, also followed with a 0, which can obviously gather some really useful information for its teammates.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
I would say we might see a very fast and clean execute very soon. Like the way the attackers are actually preparing themselves to enter. We can see the Ying White is waiting to enter from the landing area. We're standing here to enter from the balcony area, but yet it's managed to get 2 kills there on Dipsy and Cola. But also Rishwest gets taken up by Pupman. This attack is going completely wrong for Team SoloGenic. Fortunately, Dakuri managed to get a kill there on Is, but still it's a 4 versus 2 now, and with only 1 minute passed. This is not a great start for them, and Missclick obviously did a great job here on starting off this rounds. Are in a very good position right now. They're now forcing the attackers to actually relocate themselves to actually come up with a new plan, because the first plan did not work out very well. They had to wait a bit too long with their executes, leaving them very vulnerable. Then Legoman also managed to get a kill there on Dakuri, leaving Deck Army all alone in a 4 versus 1 match point against his favor. So it's basically do or die right now. He gets spotted, he gets damaged. I think maybe because the default cam was still active there. And yeah, he needs to be very, very smart about this. He needs to get 4 kills to actually help his team survive for another round. But it will be very difficult with only 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock and a 4 versus 1. He needs to actually get a move on. He needs to increase his momentum, because if he's going to wait too long, the time will definitely not work in his advantage here. Meanwhile, the Alibi has dropped the hatch and actually managed to find Deck Army, bringing this first map to an end with a 7-3 score. Okay. So the first map is finished. Congratulations there for Team Missclick by winning this map with a 7-3 score. Also hit a score with some very nice kill counts there. We're now going to have a very short break, and we'll be back soon with the second map, which will be, let me actually just go to the map band screen so you can actually see which the second. will actually be better if I use a screen where I can actually use my mic. Like I said, let's go here to the map bend screen so we can actually see which will be the second map. We're going to Oregon, where Team Missclick will start on attack once more, and where Team SoloGenic will start on defense. So like I said, short break, and we'll be right back with the next map. So see you guys soon. Okay, and there we go to the second map of this evening, which is Oregon. Still the match SoloGenic, Missclick versus SoloGenic. And like I said, the second map is Oregon. We'll have Team Missclick start on attack here, where Team SoloGenic will start on the defense, just like the previous map. And there we go. So once again, we're going to start with the operator bands first. Team Orange SoloGenic is starting with an attacker band here. Will it be the same like last time, or are we going to see different operators since it's a different map as well? Oh, we're starting with the Thatcher band here. Thatcher was seen on the previous map, but back then it was banned by Team Missclick, where now the Thatcher band is coming from Team SoloGenic. Now it's up to Team Missclick to also ban an attacker. I'm curious to see which one it's going to be. Which is Flores. Okay, interesting. Flores, of course, is a very strong operator, can be used very well to push out certain defenders or to destroy lots of utility. And especially on the map of Oregon, especially when it comes to the basement or actually also the attic sides, it's a very strong and very useful pick. In this case, he got banned, so he cannot be played during this matchup. Then it's up to Team Missclick to also ban a defending operator. This is Valkyrie. Valkyrie always has been a very strong operator. Did get a little nerf since, I think 2 seasons ago it was, where she can no longer throw her cameras outside of the building anymore. Or at least she still can. They will remain active for 10 seconds, but after that they will get jammed or destroyed. I'm not quite sure how it exactly works. But either way, she can no longer use them. And the final operator ban coming from Team SoloGenic is Mira. And actually, there are actually 3 operators in total which are banned for this competition at the moment. Azami and Sense are both banned because they are fairly new operators and they're still in quarantine. But at the same time, also Melusi has been banned, has been put in quarantine because apparently there is an issue with her, and therefore the board of Team ESA has decided to also ban her as well. Which means players are not allowed to pick her. But therefore also need to ban her in case you don't want to play against her. So yeah, like I said, Team Missclick here on the starting on the attack side, where Team SoloGenic will start on defense. And for the first defensive round, they're going here to the basement bomb site, which always has been a fan favorite, especially with like the way the people used to play Goyo with his shields. Unfortunately, Goyo got reworked. He now cannot longer play the shield, but has like the small reinforced canister with a gasoline tank in there. Still very strong, but not as strong as he used to be. Before he could bring 3 additional deployable shields to the boards, which made him very strong and very popular on this bomb site especially. Oh, we can see Smoke here playing in blue. He's getting 2 drones ahead of him to actually scout ahead. He managed to take out both of them, which is good for him, leaving him in a strong position here behind his deployable shields. It's now up to the attackers to actually start throwing the first nades. Various pieces of utility actually get used to burn the ADSs. There's still 2 more ADSs up placed there, which in the end catches the nade of the Maverick. And I highly doubt if further nades will actually hit their targets. In the end, also what might just have been thrown, which also are catching various more pieces of utility. And in the end, Kola is managing to get the first kill there on Konski, taking out the Maverick. Maverick, of course, being a very useful operator, but luckily for the attacking team, there's no bandit mute or K's being played, so therefore the Maverick isn't exactly necessary, but he is the only hard breacher, so he would have been the only option for them to actually open hatches or certain walls, which is a big loss for the attacking side in this case. If they will still have had another hard breacher, then they would still have options to actually hard breach walls or hatches. Well, in the end, Finka tries to throw a nade, but again, the 1 is being very effective on the defensive side here. He has caught multiple projectiles so far. Also, the Jaeger, his ADSs have been taking out also some of the projectiles being thrown from the side. Therefore, the attackers are struggling to gain control over the bomb site, or at least the rooms that leads to the bomb site. leading Finger to actually go here for a different approach. In the end, she uses a boost to nearly save Pupman. He was nearly taken out, but because of the boost, he now has a bit more health. Then Lego Man actually managed to take out the Courier, the first kill for the attackers here, but Riz answers that by taking out Lego Man right after. It's now a 3 versus 4, but as we speak, is actually managed to take a kill on Cola. Riz with a kill. It's now 2 versus 3. Solo is getting taken out. He's getting finished, and Deck Army managed to get a kill Solo right in the end. The Sophia walks into the fire, which of course is not a good idea, but with the time running out, she needed to. And she gets taken out, which means this first round is going to the defenders, which is Team SoloGenic. Obviously, SoloGenic can use this win for this map very well. They're currently 1 map point behind. For them, it's 1-0, which is not a good thing for them. So they really need to win this map in order to go to the 3rd map for today, which actually would be the 3rd map was going to be the decider is Cafe Dostoevsky. So the 3rd map would be their last resort to actually still win this match. So they need to win Oregon first in order to go to Cafe to still have a chance to win this match today. For the second defensive route of SoloGenic, we're going here to the top floor. The building has been reconstructed a fair bit. The walk-in closet wall has been completely taken out. Some holes have been made towards between Trophy and Attic. And Attic there has been fully reinforced on the big tower side. It's now up to the attackers to actually take more control, to take out the first defenders and gain more control, and in the end go for a execute. I was a little afraid there we were having the mute jammer glitch, but luckily it just stayed with the drones and didn't transfer over to the spectator. It tends to happen. Oof, wow, okay. I was about to say Lego Man is actually the first one to go in to try to actually enter the building a bit here by shooting open the barricade, but there's Riz entering with his SMG, managing to take out Lego Man and sending him to his grave, leaving this round in a 4 versus 5. That's a good start for the defenders there. Konski trying to repel upside down, giving him a little upper hand in case someone plays behind the shield there with Putman. Meanwhile, entering the building through the armory side, placing or like holding his glass shield. But in the end, his feet are still exposed, causing Deck Army to actually be able to damage him. Also, smoke grenades are being thrown, trapping Putman there in the corner, doing a lot of damage on him. He only has about 10 HP left. Kola takes a kill there on Konski. Kola gets taken out by it, leaving this round in a 3 versus 4. But as we speak, is managed to get a second kill there on Dipsy. Putman unfortunately still is very low, cannot be healed since the Fenka has been taken out. And in the end gets killed by a smoke nade, which obviously does a lot of damage on him. And is very lethal since he was very low on health. It's now a 2 versus 3 with 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time to work with for the remaining 2 attackers. But they need to be a bit careful, because they're in a man disadvantage here. Currently, all attackers are close to the bomb site, so meaning the attackers currently don't need to worry about any flanks happening. Solo is being smart, is looking towards the attic, but the smoke is not exposing himself. In the end, he managed to get into sight. He's now there at the dorm's main hall door. If the Goyo would expose himself, he will be taken out. And yes, that is exactly what happens. A quick response from Solo actually managed to take out Riz as well, but in the end he gets injured, leaving is there all alone alive. In the end, Deck Army exposes himself by taking out Solo. It's now 1 versus 1, and in the end is managed to get the kill there on Deck Army. The attacking team wins the second round of this matchup, which is Missclick, bringing the score to a 1-1. It was an interesting round to see. Missclick was struggling a bit there at first, but in the end, they managed to do a pretty good comeback. Interesting to see that Cola has left the match. So just to be sure, I'm actually going to pause the timer and give him a bit of time to rejoin, and also to ask what's up. Okay, apparently his game crashed, and luckily I did hit the pause button. So I'm actually going to give him some time to restart his game, to rejoin the match, so we can actually continue on. Luckily, he has already returned, which is pretty fast in my opinion. Probably has a PS5 there, and luckily he can play again. I actually am not quite sure if I gave him a proper chance to pick an operator there, so that
Defenders,
might
protect
actually
your
have
bombs from being
been my
defused by
bad.
attackers.
Maybe I should have given him a bit more time, but in the end, Mozzie, decent operator, I hope he can work with it. Maybe he managed to pick it himself, but maybe it was a random pick, I'm not quite sure. Next time I'll try to wait longer.
Deploying explosive ordnance. Explosive ordnance ready.
10 seconds to go.
So we're now going to the third round, we're going back to the same bomb site we just played. The defenders barely lost it in the end, it was very close. So therefore they're going to try to redo it again, and hopefully with the right adjustments they're actually managing to win this time.
Changing mags.
Well, C4 gets spotted, which is a good thing for the attackers there. It would have been a very unfortunate way to die if you don't see that If you don't see that C4. The Curry was the one who placed it, and he can no longer use his C4 because of this. A fair bit of utility actually gets used there to, of course, to burn some ADSs, and Nate gets followed by Nate. In the end, Dipsy managed to get a double kill there. He managed to take out Is and Konski, both of them. What has he done? Did he do a run out? Yes, he actually did do a runner from the hallway there, giving him 2 kills. Both Konski and Is taken out. The one and only Heartbreacher on the attacking side, which is a big loss for them. Fortunately for them, the wall has already been opened by the defenders. Some work has been done for them, and in the end, Solo managed to get a kill there on Cola, bringing this round to 3-4. So like I said, defenders have done some work for the attackers here by opening the wall for them, which is fortunate, but still having a Heartbreacher could be very useful in case you want to also approach the building from, let's say, the attic side. Well, like I said, a 3 versus 4, the man advantage there for the defenders, but still 1 minute and 35 seconds on the clock, which is a lot of time. Attackers have enough time to quickly drone ahead a bit, gather more information, take out some of the utility, and then in the end, come up with a plan to go for the approach. Sledge uses the sledgehammer to enter the attic. The Courier managed to take a kill on Lego Man, Solo with a kill on Deck Army. It's a 2 versus 3 now. Still in the advantage of the defenders there. Fatman gets a lot of damage, but in the end managed to get a kill on Wrist Rest, where Wrist Rest also got a kill. And in the end, the final attacker also got taken out here by the Goyo, bringing this round to the defensive side, which is SoloGenic, setting the score to 1-2. Damn, that was a fast round ending. Too fast for the caster to keep up with it. So yeah, so far SoloGenic in the lead there with a 1-2 score. Like I said, they are the team who really needs to win this map in case they still want to stay into this competition. Currently, there's only 4 teams left in the race, and today one more team will actually go home and gets fully eliminated. This is the lower bracket, so there's no second option after this. If you get eliminated, you're out, and then only 3 teams will be remaining. The 3 remaining teams right now are Benelux, VIP, and Arkless, which are currently both in the upper bracket final, which will actually be played this Sunday at what is the time? 3 UK time in the afternoon, which will also be casted by me, by the way. So those 2 teams still in the race, they're in the upper bracket, so in a fairly good position. The loser of that match will go to the lower bracket and play against the winner of this match, which will be somewhere next week probably. But of course, Benelux versus Oculus this Sunday, so make sure to tune in. Like I said, 40 UK time, which is 4 PM Central European time. Well, meanwhile, the round has started. The attackers have gone ahead to actually scout ahead a bit. This has caused them to actually locate the Curry, which is one of the roaming operators currently hiding in the small tower office. He is pretty much trapped here. so whether he tries to get out, he either gets taken off from the window above here or downstairs, which will be very difficult for him. But luckily, Risres has actually relocated himself to assist him. This could be very interesting if actually one of the attackers is not aware of the position of the Frost. Like I said, then you will get taken out. Gets taken out here by Risres. The courier is still going on strong on the top floor. He is getting contested quite a bit. But Batman is currently the one repelling there on the window, using the shield in his advantage, but Cola with a double C4 kill on Solo and Legoman. A beautiful double kill there for him, which is of course a big loss for the attacking side, leaving only Batman and Konski alive. Konski managed to finally take out the Frost, but the courier is still hiding here in the small tower office. Attackers have decided to fully relocate themselves. They don't longer want to lose more lives, more men on that approach. Batman actually managed to get a kill on Deck Army. Konski with a kill on Dipsy. It's now a 2 versus 2. The courier is very low in health. Batman is very low in health. Konski has about half of his HP still left, while Cola is full HP at the moment. This is going to be a very interesting round ending. It could go both way. In the end, the attackers rotate towards the open area of the meeting site, where they have now thrown their first A shots actually breach the wall, giving them an extra entry point. Claymores are being placed to avoid some flanks, and Kola is playing there on the kitchen door, where the courier is actually rotating upstairs, which is very interesting, which can help him to actually contest the bomb site from above, if desired. In the end, Konski, he's the one rotating inside. Yeah, like I said, the courier has rotated upstairs. He has been able to contest the defuse from upstairs, where then also the final attacker gets eliminated, meaning this round will go to the defenders, which is Team SoloGenic, sending the map score to 1-3. 1-3 right now, with Team SoloGenic in the lead with 2 points difference between these two teams, which is a good position for Team SoloGenic, who really needs this win. They're currently 0-1 behind when it comes to map points, as they lost the previous map, which was Villa, with a 7-3 score.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Okay. We're now proceeding to the 5th round of this map, and it's still SoloGenic defending. They're now going to the basement bomb site. A bomb site they have played once before. They actually managed to win it. Am I saying that correctly? Did they win it? I believe they did. Can I see? They started. Is that in the basement in the end? I don't dare to say actually.
10 seconds to go.
I'm not quite sure. I'll need to look back at the stream.
5 seconds
I'm not
left
sure.
before insertion.
I'm sure one of you guys knows. I can let someone know in the chat.
Attackers
Well,
objective.
either way, we're going back down here. We have been seeing it playing before. Last time the defenders were quite effective there on the blue hold. I'm very interested to see whether the attackers actually managed to take control there this time, or if they are smart enough to just fully avoid it and go for a completely different approach.
Filter engaged.
Attackers are surely taking the time to first gather some information before they actually enter the building. It will be very unfortunate to lose some members early on, and therefore it's very smart of them to actually gather this information first. Nomad is also in play, meaning she can actually play her air jabs to cut off some of the rotation options, flanking options for the defending team, which can be very useful. We have seen various flanks in the past, and those have been very destructive for the attacking team.
Airdrop is ready.
Meanwhile, is actually approaching the building from a different side. He's currently here on the laundry stairs, going to gather some information for himself. He's actually trying to see if he can actually find one defender, which is not paying any attention, and then he can actually push this bomb fairly easily. Unfortunately, we're having the glitch where everything will be in black and white, but luckily it fixes itself fairly fast, which will be a lot more pleasant to actually look at. Because black and white is a bit old school, of course. Well, in the end, attackers are ready to start the first execute. Nades are being thrown. 4 nades from different sides, managing to actually hit Risres. Not doing a lot of damage, but doing some, which will surely help later on. Solo actually gets damaged quite a lot. C4 gets thrown. Luckily, the attackers manage to avoid it. The attack is happening from 2 sides at the same time, and they get thrown. Very unfortunate, leaving is to actually take out himself. Cola with a kill on Lego Man. The Nomad getting damaged a lot by the well-placed smoke canister there, bringing this round to a 3 versus 5. A man advantage there for the defenders. Putman flanking from behind, also gets taken out by Deck Army there, also then killed there on solo, leaving Kotsky all alone there in a 1 versus 5. He actually managed to take out the Curry, does a lot of damage there on Cola, but the smoke nades, which he barely manages to avoid there, which is a good thing, leaves him with another chance to actually try to clutch this. A 1 versus 4 situation with this little health will be very difficult, but nothing is impossible, so never say never. He can still try. He's surely trying, but in the end, Ristress managed to get the final kill there on Skonski, bringing another defensive round there to SoloGenic, setting the score to 1-4, a 3-round difference there for SoloGenic, setting them in the lead and in a very good position to eventually, potentially, win this match and bringing this matchup to a 3rd map. Because obviously it's still a map point for Missclick at the moment. If they win one more map, they will win this this match for today. They will proceed to the lower bracket finals, where then SoloGenic would be eliminated. So it's very important for SoloGenic to actually win this map, so they can get a second chance to actually win in the 3rd map of today, which will be Cafe. This is the 6th round of this map, meaning this is the last round for SoloGenic to go for defense, and the last round that Missclick will need to attack. So far, SoloGenic is doing a great job on their attack, on their defensive rounds. They have managed to win 4 rounds. Will they win a 5th, or will Missclick finally win an attack round again and set the score to 2-4, which is still a good score for SoloGenic to go into the role swap. But it will be very desirable for Missclick, of course, to make it a 2-4. To give them a proper chance when they are defending. Attackers are quickly approaching the building, but what they didn't know, that Cola was actually standing right in front of the master bedroom balcony door. This caused him to get damaged a lot. He is quickly going to rotate. He manages to rotate back into game room, back to safety, which is a good thing for him. Unfortunately, there's no Thunderbird in place, so he cannot heal himself back up. Neither Doc. But at the end, he's still alive, which matters the most, of course. Still giving him the ability to still try to get some kills, do some good for his team, and help to win this rounds. But in the end, Deck Army again managed to get a kill there on Is. The Curry with a kill there, but 2 attackers already have been taken out. This is not looking all too good for Team Missclick here. Also, Solo is getting in a bit of trouble since there's a defender playing in big tower, watching the armory hallway. Konski managed to get a first kill for his team by taking out Cola, who was already very low. Deck Army with a kill on Legoman, and Konski with a kill there on Dipsy, bringing this round to a 2 versus 3, with both attackers fairly damaged. Konski a lot more than Solo, but still quite some damage there on their side, which is obviously not ideal for them. 1 bullet, 1 bit of smoke inhalation will be very deadly for Konski. And in the end, he gets taken out by the shotgun. Solo managed to get a kill there on wrist press, bringing him in a 1 versus 2 situation against Deck Army and the Curry. This is still possible for him. It's a 1 versus 2 with 1.15 seconds, 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock, and only 2 defenders opposing him. It is still very possible. If he plays this smart, he might be able to clutch this. He has an idea where the defenders are playing. In the end, he doesn't know which way to set to look, because there are on both sides. In the end, it's the Curry getting the final kill of this round, which again is a member of SoloGenic, bringing also the 6 rounds to Team SoloGenic, setting the score to 1-5 in their advantage, and also bringing them very close to the match points. We're now going to have a roll swap where Team Missclick will need to defend and Team SoloGenic will need to attack. I really hope for Team Missclick that the defense will work out better for them than the attack did. But a 4-point difference isn't ideal. It will be very difficult for them to get back from that. But it's not impossible, and they might be able to do it. What's very interesting is that they're starting with a bit of an odd bomb site. I mean, it's not the first choice, it's not the most popular choice on this map, but it might actually throw Team SoloGenic off guard. And if they have prepared a nice strategy on this map, it could definitely work in their advantage. So why not?
Bomb located by attackers.
Find the bait. Pissed out. Go get him, mate.
10 seconds left before insertion.
So far, we're actually not seeing any expansion to the top floor, which is interesting. Like, especially the kitchen hedge is a very strong position in either hands of either team. For the attackers, it's of course a very nice way to actually set up certain... Okay, to set up certain rotations, but in the end, it's actually the Mazda here who's getting the first kill. Where? Oh, from the balcony. Okay, from the Mazda bedroom balcony, actually managed to spot the Curry. This is a good thing for Team Missclick. They really need this round, this kind of situations to actually put them in a little bit of an advantage over the attacking team here, because they cannot lose any more rounds. It will not be a good thing for them. So it's a good way to actually start the round here. Is Tim? He's feeling it. He's trying again to get more kills. He's playing here currently in classroom near the main entrance. He actually managed to find the sledge, does a lot of damage. Lego Man meanwhile with the kill there on Cola. It's a 5 versus 3 now, which is a good thing for Team Missclick. Will they actually be able to win this round and extend their chances a bit more? Or will in the end Team SoloGenic go for a comeback and still win this round? I'm very curious to see here. Deck Army at least makes a proper start with that. He managed to take out Is, bringing this round to a 4-3. Unfortunately for the attackers here, there is a Maestro Cam on site, providing a lot of information for the defending team, causing them to do a lot of damage there on Ristras, putting both Ristras and Deck Army in a very difficult position based on health. And also the Nomad here gets damaged quite a lot. Pupman takes a kill on Deck Army. Deck Army with a nade kill there on Pupman. This is a 3 versus 2 here, where then Kotsky gets a kill on Ristras, Lego Man gets a kill on Dipsy, bringing this round to the defenders, which is Team Missclick. And finally, after losing, I think 4 or 3 rounds in a row, they 4 rounds in a row, they're now finally getting a win again, setting the score on 2-5. A 2-5 score, still 3-point difference between Team Missclick and Team SoloGenic. In the advantage of Team SoloGenic, but it's the start of a comeback, and perhaps Team Missclick will finally get the proper flow going, and perhaps they will win more rounds. We're now going to the basement bomb site. All 3 hatches have been reinforced or are still being reinforced. Blue is being defended in a similar way as that Team SoloGenic used to do. I'm actually very curious to see if Sol actually is going to be able to achieve something from his position here. Very interestingly, not a single attacker has spawned on the southeast side of the map, northeast side of the map, which is very interesting. This could actually suggest that the attackers are planning to go for a different kind of approach. They're not going to push from the bunker side, which can be very difficult, but it can also be very effective. And yeah, pushing from this other side might actually give them some opportunities. In the end, I think it's the Mamai gets spotted in the kitchen. He gets drawn quite a lot, and in the end, the Curry managed to pick him out. The first kill here for Team SoloGenic, the first defender taken out. Since we have a Finka playing here, they can actually heal themselves, because Finka got damaged quite a lot there. But in the end, like I said, she can heal herself a bit, which will be a good thing for her for the rest of this round. There's also Jekyll in play. Like Jekyll usually is an operator who is very effective on gathering information himself. If there's any footprints, it means a defender has been there and needs to be careful. If not, it means it's quite clear. Unless there's a Gavira, which is unlikely. Gavira doesn't get picked often. But therefore, Jekyll is a very effective operator to gather information himself, reduce the time needed to actually drone out the map, which is a nice thing. In the end, Maverick, not only hard breacher, they also have a Nirvana, actually goes for the hedge bridge here. He is the one who is required to do this because they are playing K8, and K8 can only be taken out from direct range or from a Thatcher EMP nades, which is banned. So therefore Maverick is quite the only option at this moment to actually open this hatch. I'm actually hearing some of the Nomad charges going off. I'm not sure where they were placed because all the defenders seem to be playing on site, but in the end I think some of them went off. Well, meanwhile, the Curry, the Finka, is slowly descending the laundry stairs. If we actually manage to get around the corner here, we might be able to spot the first defenders and actually get some kills, which will be a nice thing for him. Meanwhile, Cola, the Hibana, is actually rotating to Blue Bunker. So in the end, after all this time, Blue Bunker is getting contested, but Solo is winning there with the C4. Managed to do a perfect throw there on Cola and takes him out, which is of course a nice thing for them to do. Konski is aware that the Finka is playing there. The alibi holograms actually have given away the position. A nade gets thrown. Lego Man takes a kill on Wrist Rest. Deck Army kills Solo. Lego Man another kill on Dipsy. And Deck Army another kill there on Lego Man. In the end, the Finka manages to get a kill there on the player playing there on the closet, leaving Pupman all alone. He managed to take a kill on the Courier. It's on 1 versus 1 now. Deck Army versus Pupman. And in the end, Pupman is the winner of this round. He managed to secure this round for his team, Team Missclick. The defenders who really need these rounds. Setting the score on 3-5 now, closing the gap more and more between these two teams, the score gap, which is only having a 2-point difference right now, which used to have a 4-point difference. So far, Missclick is really benefiting from the role swap. The defensive rounds are being very effective for them, and hopefully for them, they are able to proceed further and get more victories on the defensive side. But at the same time, SoloGenic really needs to win this map in order to go to the third map, which would then be Cafe Dostoevsky.
Deploying machine.
Healing station placed. Station in place.
All is reinforced.
Oh, that's not a good thing. Oh, it's actually Melusi. Melusi, like I said before, is one of the banned operators, which cannot be picked.
10 seconds left.
So, yeah, for that reason, they have decided to take a team kill there on the Melusi.
5 seconds left.
So, no protest can be opened against them.
Deploying the bait.
This is, of course, very unfortunate for Team Missclick. They were on a good streak there. They won 2 rounds in a row. And starting this round with a 4 versus 5 isn't a good thing. It's not the end of the world, but it's not great. In the end, it's actually managed to get a good kill on Deck Army though. So actually now things are being set straight again. The Legion has done the spawn peak, which caused him to actually take out the sledge there. Putting this round on a 4 versus 4 again. The Courier is going for a pretty nice rappel here. If he actually would have rappelled a little bit higher, he would have seen the smoke rotating there, which could have led to a kill. But those are the things that, of course, the player does not really see, but we as spectator, we have the outline, we have the advantage, we have the information, which a player obviously does not have. So far, the attackers are actually struggling to get some control. Meanwhile, the Nomad is actually the first person to actually enter the building. Currently has control over the small tower. It's not much, but it is a start. And hopefully from here, the defenders, also the attackers, can gather more and more control.
Device ready.
Actually, the Legion is rotating all the way from the freezer stairs. This is very interesting. If the defenders did not manage to spot him, he could go for a very nice flank from, for a very nice flank. Meanwhile, also Pupman, he has made some holes in the floor, is using those to actually keep an eye on the attackers downstairs. And in the end, he does get the surprise there on the attackers. Manages to take out the Curry, but luckily Wrist Rest comes from the other side, manages to do a refrag there on Is, which brings this round to a 3 versus 3. I think all defenders are on side now. That's not true. Lego Man obviously was still roaming, but gets taken up by Wrist Rest, bringing this to a 2 versus 3 now, in the advantage of SoloGenic. Okay, 2 versus 3 with 45 seconds on the clock. Some good time for the attackers there to still gather some information to go for an execute, but they shouldn't wait too too long, because in the end, time works in the advantage of the defender. The defenders currently have the man disadvantage, so they shouldn't really give them the time advantage in the end, which would be a bad thing for them to do.
I'm out. Gotta reload.
Attackers have located
Right now the
a
attackers
bomb.
have the man advantage. They should continue to use that advantage. And in the end, they do so. They manage to take a Bubman. Solo now is the only one left alive. Throws his support, doesn't manage to find anyone, but he does find Res. A 2 versus 1 it is now, or 1 versus 2. He managed to get a kill with Cola. Does he get the final kill? No, Dipsy in the end managed to get the final kill. The Nomad who comes rushing in and saves his team there. Another round here for, for the attackers. SoloGenic bringing this match to a to a 3-6 score, which is match point for Team SoloGenic. A great save by the Nomad there. It could have been a 4-5, 4-5 score, but now it's a 3-6, which is very good for them. I would actually kind of expect a tactical timeout by Team Missclick. They do have the right to, both teams have the right to request one tactical timeout of 60 seconds per map. Which would have been a great point. It's currently match point for Team SoloGenic. Team Missclick is behind on 3 points, so a tactical timeout would have been a good moment, but in the end they choose not to,
Discovered the location of a bomb.
which is interesting. Obviously, a tactical timeout works in both ways, because if the tactical timeout gets requested by Missclick, also Team SoloGenic will have the time to actually speak to each other and have a similar timeout as well. But maybe Team Missclick doesn't want to interrupt their own momentum. Obviously, they did have a very pretty start where, what was it? Konski got taken out because he was playing as Melusi, which is not allowed. So maybe they want to keep up the momentum and continue with the next round as soon as possible. I still use that momentum in their advantage. We're actually seeing two spawn picks. It's currently Arx who is going for spawn pick, but at the same time it was also... I actually don't quite know who it was. I thought it was someone spawn picking from the master window balcony. But in the end, we don't see anyone standing there at the moment. So I guess I either saw abroad or the person has already relocated. In the end, Sledge goes for a great rappel together with some great droning information from one of his teammates. He actually managed to find Solo, but then Lego Man managed to take a kill there on Res, who did not have enough information yet to enter the building properly. And this caused him to, in the end, get taken out by the Alibi. Then Is also gets a kill on Deck Army. The Curry managed to take out Is. It's a 3 versus 3 now, pretty even. But Lego Man with a nice headshot there on Dipsy, setting the advantage currently to Team Missclick, who really needs it at the moment. 3 versus 2, like I said, the Curry and Cola are the only two ones alive. Cola currently has control over the top floor of Kids' dorms, where the Curry is currently playing there. Big Tower, he just came from Attic, and he might try to go from a approach from the kitchen hallway side. In the end, he does get spotted by the default cam though. This might actually ruin his plan. The defenders are actually now aware of his position, which is not a good thing, and which will make things certainly a bit more difficult for him. In the end, Cola actually decides to accompany the Curry. Maybe they have been able to take out the... What were the mute jammers? Yeah, the mute jammers on the wall there for dining, which can actually allow the Ace go for a breach here. Meanwhile, Lego Man actually managed to get a kill on his teammates, putting him on a 3 versus 1 right now. This is not a good situation for Cola. It is still possible. He's actually smart enough to actually check the drone hole to actually take out the mute jammer and take out the Maestro. That's a great thing for him to do there. This actually allows him to open the wall, take a kill, bringing this to a 2 versus 1 situation, and gives him an extra way to enter the building from. Also, the Maestro is taking out, meaning the Maestro cams can no longer be controlled, or at least cannot be used to zap anymore, which is a good thing for him as well, which will certainly help him. But in the end, the time continues, the clock keeps ticking. 35 seconds left on the clock. It will be a good moment for him to actually start his execute. He shouldn't wait too long, because if he actually starts his execute now, he will have time to plan. But if he waits too long, it will all come down to the kills, which is not a good thing. Konski is smart enough to actually relocate himself to the upper level of the map, which actually puts him in on the hedge, which is a great position, and this causes him to get a kill there on Cola, bringing this round to the defenders, which is Team Missclick, setting the score to 4-6. And once again, a 2-score difference between these two teams. Team SoloGenic still there on the match points, but Team Missclick getting closer and closer, still 2 points away from making it a 6-6 and bringing the match to overtime, which would deny the match point for Team SoloGenic. But it's a good start, and if they're actually able to win the 2 more rounds, then it will definitely be the 6-6, which will be cool because overtime
Attackers
always
need to
makes
locate
matches
and
more
defuse
interesting,
bombs.
more thrilling, which is always a nice thing to see for both you viewers, as me as a caster, and maybe also the players, because they will have a more fun match because of that. Obviously, the main target is to win, because the prize pool is pretty interesting. The prize pool, let me actually grab it here. The prize pool is has a total of 590 British pounds, which is almost equal to $717 or 717 euro, as the dollar and euro are fairly close to each other at the moment. The number one team will go home with 380 pounds, $462, where the second team will win 130 pounds, $158, and the third team will win 80 pounds, which is equal to $97
Attackers are moving to defuse a
US
bomb.
dollars. Those are. So the prize pool there is pretty interesting. If you actually win this match, you are 100% sure that you will have at least a bit of the prize money, because after this match there will be only 3 teams left, which means that you're like at least qualified to get one of the 3 options in the prize pool. Meanwhile, Ristress, the Twitch managed to get a first kill there on Lego Man. That's the alibi taken out. One of the better players of team Missclick has been taken out there, which is not a good thing for them, and will definitely benefit Team SoloGenic for the rest of this round. Meanwhile, also the Jekyll is in play. Like I said before, he's great for gathering information himself to make a solo entry and play solo. He also can really shorten the time required to find the roaming defenders, which will leave more time for a execute in the end. The nade gets thrown by the courier from below, and it doesn't in the end find his target, which is unfortunate. Jekyll has found his first footprint and actually went for a scan, meaning he has found a player there playing in Dorm's main hall, which is the Romai. Romai has gotten damaged quite a bit, but in the end, Deck Army manages to take him out. 2 defenders have died so far, leaving this round in a 3 versus 5 in the advantage of the attacking team, which is Team SoloGenic. The Nomad is currently playing in the kitchen, barely misses Solo playing there in meeting, so he managed to get a kill there on Cola. It's now a 3 versus 4. I was about to talk in Dutch there, but 3 versus 4. Solo also managed to get a kill there on Deck Army, bringing this round back to a 3 versus 3. Everything is possible again once more for Team Missclick, who really needs to win these rounds to actually bring this match to overtime. So it's going to be very interesting how this round is going to play out. Last minute has started. The clock is now ticking, and the attackers should hurry a little bit because the time will not work in their advantage as it will for the defenders. Twitch unfortunately doesn't manage to get her drone properly in the closet. This would have been allowed her to take out 2 healing stations, which would have been a big win, but in the end she doesn't manage to. Solo with some good ninja hiding skills managed to take a kill there on the Curry. A 3 versus 2 it now is, with only Dipsy and Ristress left alive. Dipsy will have an encounter with Solo very soon. Also, Ristress is managing to take some damage on him, but in the end needs to fall back a bit because his position is now known. Dipsy is managing to get more and more control here over Freezer. Ristress gets a kill there on Solo. Konski is pushing closer to the Nomad, managing to get a kill, where Pupman manages to get a kill there on Ristress. Another defender win for Team Missclick, putting the score on 5-6. Only one more round is required for Team Missclick to win, to bring this match to a 6-6 and bring the match to overtime. They can still make this match a 2-0 map score if they win this match of this round, but they still need to win this is the next round. But if they lose, then this match will be won by Team SoloGenic. We'll put the map score on 1-1 and will bring us to Cafe Dostoyevsky.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Okay, for potentially the final round of this match or the start of the overtime, we're going to the top floor here. Has been played several times before. Sometimes it works in the advantage of the defenders, sometimes in the advantage of the attackers. I'm quite interested to see how this round is going to play out. In the end, Attic is being reinforced on both sides. That's something we haven't seen before yet. Although, actually, no, it doesn't get fully reinforced towards the tower side. This might mean they actually will make a rotation there. Although Solo actually changed his mind and is going for the reinforcements
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb
later
and
on.
defuse it.
rotation between kits and attic has been made, halls has been made towards games, and actually the walking closet also has been reinforced fully this time. So we're seeing a bit of a different defense strategy. This might actually be a good thing for our team Missclick, as it might work in their advantage. We're clearly seeing a first line of defense there in the small tower area. Also, meanwhile, Rispres, the Nuck, using her ability, being smart, trying to actually go for a very stealthy approach here, and hoping that she actually might find someone there, might actually be able to sneak up on someone. Lego Man managed to get a kill there on Deck Army. Dipsy gets a kill there on Lego Man. We were actually seeing Ist playing here in the big tower. He might have an encounter with the Nuck anytime soon, but in the end, the Nuck decides to actually rotate away into the meeting hall area. Well, the Nuck is actually able to sneak up. Like, this is where Nuck is like the best at. He managed to sneak up there on Konski, managed to get the kill there. That's the Jaeger taking out. It's now 3 versus 4 in the advantage there of the attacking team. The question is, where is Is fully rotating all the way to the basement. He's going to come up the laundry stairs anytime soon. Nuck has rotated. She's not playing there anymore. So that would have been very interesting if she still was there, but she's not. Because allowing is to fully rotate upstairs, back to the first floor once more. He can actually hear the nomads being placed somewhere. He actually managed to find it, take it out. This allows him to actually continue his flank. But in the end, he gets spotted by drone and therefore decides to relocate himself. Ace is still playing here on the big window, trying to contest the defenders from there. The Curry is playing downstairs, might push up the white stairs anytime soon, but there's Solo. He managed to take out the Curry. It's a 3 versus 3 once more, where Dipsy is now taking his place, going to push up there. Solo managed to get a kill on Cola. Rispers with a kill on Is. It's a 2 versus 2 now, with 55 seconds on the clock. Nades are going to be thrown. Be careful there, because you might hit your teammate. You do in the end, actually. That's unfortunate. Luckily, it's not too much damage there. Otherwise, it would have been very unfortunate. Rispers is trying to do some damage from below. Doesn't hit his targets. Dipsy's going for a small relocate, but gets taken out by Solo. A nice triple kill for him, leaving Rispres all alone there in a 2 versus 1. Smoke Nade gets placed very smartly, not allowing Rispres to enter the bomb site, and actually wasting a lot of time. It was the last smoke canister, however, so Rispres now has the clearance to actually continue his push. But with 2 defenders on each side, it will be very difficult for him to actually enter the building, and with the shooting, also the hologram being shot, his position is known, and he then gets taken out, leading this to another defensive win for Team Missclick, bringing this match to a 6-6 score, or like the map to a 6-6 score, I should say. Giving Missclick another chance to actually win this map. They're performing very well in this second half, which is very interesting to see. Fortunately for them, they can continue with their attack, which has been very strong on their side. So if they can actually keep up the momentum, they might win more and more rounds, and actually might up ending up winning this map and bringing this match to an end with a 2-0 score. Well, before we do so, we're going to see what's going to happen. The match has now been extended with a maximum of 3 rounds. Whoever wins 2 of them wins this map. And also, every round the role will change, so Missclick will have 2 chances to attack and 1 chance to defend, where SoloGenic will need to defend 2 times and attack once. Well, for the defense of SoloGenic, we're actually going to the basement. We have been seeing it played several times. I think they managed to defend it properly. What is it?
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
I think only once or twice, maybe. Not that often, actually. So this might actually be a good thing for Team Missclick. They might have a chance to actually win an attacking round here once more, which will be very interesting to see. Actually, both teams won 3 attacking rounds. No, it's not true. Both teams won 5 rounds on attack and lost only one round on defense. Yeah, that's it. No. I'm saying it wrong. Team Missclick managed to win a total of 5 rounds on their attack and only 1 on defense, where Team Orange SoloGenic did the same thing. 5 rounds on attack and only 1 on defense. Oh, Cola is actually the person who's getting the first kill there. That's the Mew taking a kill there on the Yana. That's the Yana being taken out. Very interesting to see a kill this early on, but this is leaves this round in a 4 versus 5 in the advantage of Team SoloGenic. Attackers are trying to slowly approach the building. Ace charges have been thrown to open up, I think the hatch it was? Yes, the hatch has been opened up with ace charges. Ace is not the most effective operator to open up hatches, but if it's the only Harbinger you have, you need to deal with it that way. This actually give the attackers an extra entry point, an extra line of sight, a way to throw nades, which can actually lead to some kills. Lego Man is actually struggling to get more control over the blue stair area as it's being contested heavily, and Konski actually takes over his position to try the same thing. The Wamai is the one who's playing there close to the pillar. He gets actually, the nade gets thrown at him, but in the end he manages to avoid it. For somehow Solo managed to take a kill there on Lego Man with his own nades. Konski with a kill on Deck Army. Dipsy with a triple kill on 3 attacking players, bringing this round to the defensive side, which is Team SoloGenic, who really needs it here. Setting the score on 6-7, which is also a match point for Team SoloGenic. For the first time in 5 rounds, SoloGenic actually manages to win a defensive round here, which is very interesting. But yeah, they now are having the match point. They really need this match point. They now just need to win 1 more round to actually put the score on 6-8 and winning this map, which will actually bring us to the 3rd map of the evening and the final map, the decider, which is Cafe Dostoyevsky.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
But first, before we do so, we're first going to watch this potentially last round of this evening. It really depends on what Team Missclick is going to do. Are they going to win? And are they going to bring the score to 7-7? Or will they lose their defensive rounds? And will SoloGenic win this map?
Worrying about grenades.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to go. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Swapping mag.
Okay. So starts the potential last action phase of this map. Attackers, it's not up to attackers to actually approach the building, and actually here Deck Army saves his life by actually spotting one of the defenders. Unfortunately, he does not manage to take him out, but luckily he spotted him, because otherwise he would have could have been able to take him out very early on. Meanwhile, Dipsy actually managed to find Is. That's the Mozzie taken out very early on, putting SoloGenic in a good position here with a 4 versus 5. It's a 4 versus 5 now right now. Advantage for Team SoloGenic. They really need this round, so it's a good thing for them. Capcan traps get spotted, Mozzie pests get found and taken out, which allows the attackers to make a proper entry and not suffer too much. And yet also one of the hacked Mozzie drones gets found. Mozzie can no longer control them, but still view them. But now he cannot longer. Lego Man actually, meanwhile, manages to take a kill on Wrist. That's the Nuck taken out who was playing from the other side of the map, but he's now taken out, bringing this matchup back to a 4 versus 4. Well, Dipsy managed to get a kill on Lego Man, and it's now 3 versus 4. The advantage for the attacking team once more. Lion Scam comes out. This makes it a bit more difficult for the defenders to relocate themselves and allows the attacker to get more and more control, which they can highly use. Nades are being prepared to be thrown from below. If only if Deck would have been able to throw it there, he might have been able to hit Pullman there, which would have been a great thing. Nomad places here first, Nomad charges. We actually this allows the defenders to take control over the top of the white charge, because a Nomad charge has been placed there now. And if we actually look at putting a close look, we can actually see that Konski is actually currently relocating himself through the freezer. If this goes unnoticed, this will actually be a great way to flank the attackers there close to the white stairs, and will potentially give him a lot of kills there. In the end, he managed to spot one of the Nomad charges, and then gives this away his position by taking a few shots there at the Nomad, which will be very difficult for a bad thing for him. And he managed to relocate. Pupman managed to take a C4 kill there on the Curry. It's a 3 versus 3 now. The captain also gets taken out by Dipsy. A 2 versus 3 now is Jaeger is trying to relocate himself through the armory stairs, where Solo is currently the only one on site playing in Kid's room. He might be able to spot the Lion vaulting in as he throws the flashbangs. Unfortunately, Lion stuns himself. This allows him to actually enter. Kola gets a kill there on Konski. Konski killing Kola. That's a trade. Solo gets a kill. Dipsy is a 1 versus 1 matchup now. This is going to be very close. C4 gets thrown. Might actually hit. He does hit. Solo takes out Deck, bringing the score to a 7-7, which is insane. This overtime is the most interesting it can be. A 7-7 score. Both teams are on match point right now, and now we're going to play the final round of this actual map. And potentially this whole match. If Missclick wins this round, they will end this map and end the whole match, causing them to win with a 2-0 map score, as they won the first match with a 7-3 and will then win this map with an 8-7. But at the same time, if SoloGenic actually managed to win this round, they will bring end this map with a 7-8 score, bringing the map score to 1-1, which results into both teams playing one more map, the decider map, which is Cafe Dostoevsky.
Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb.
I mean, if you're asking for a close match, this is the best you can ask for, pretty much.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to insertion.
Most ideal would be if actually SoloGenic manages to win this map. It will we'll actually go to a third map for this evening. But at the same time, if Missclick wins, then the evening will be ended shortly, which will be unfortunate there for SoloGenic. We're actually seeing a very aggressive approach here on the side of Missclick. Multiple attackers entering the building at high speed, taking more and more control. This might actually lead into a very interesting kill feed in the end, where this round will be turning into a bloodbath anytime soon. Luckily, in the end, the attack slows down a little bit, but it's actually managed to get a kill there on Kola. Managed to get more and more control, pushing up the white stair there. Managed to put a lot of damage there on the smoke. A nade is going to be thrown from below, but in the end, Pupman managed to get a kill there on wrist rest. It's a 5 versus 3 now. The advantage for Team Missclick. They're in a good spot now to actually win this match for today. The crew with a kill there on Is. Dipsy with a kill there on Lego Man. It's a 3 versus 3 again. Team Missclick loses their advantage and makes it as Team SoloGenic actually makes things even again. Jack Army is very low on health. This is a bad thing for him. He needs to relocate himself as Yings are being thrown towards him. Pupman gets a kill there on Deck Army. It's a 3 versus 2. Dipsy loses his life. It's all the Curry left. He managed to get an injured there on the Ying, but in the end gets taken out by the Oza. Pupman, meaning this round will go to the attacking team, which is Team Missclick, and this map being ended with an 8-7 score, and also this whole match ending with a 2-0 map score for Team Missclick. Here's the scoreboard. Nice kills there for Solo. 16, 15 for wrist rest. But in the end, it all does not matter. Team Missclick wins 2 out of 3 maps, 2 maps in a row. First map got won, which was Villa, with a 7-3 score. And the second match, they barely managed to win. It was super close between these two teams. SoloGenic really tried to make a comeback. But in the end, Team Missclick was a bit stronger. And this match got won by Team Missclick as well, with an 8-7 score. Team Missclick herefore won this lower bracket semifinals, eliminating SoloGenic. So SoloGenic in the end ends this tournament on a 4th place, 5th shared place, and Team Missclick proceeds to the lower bracket finals, where they will need to wait for the outcome of the upcoming match on Sunday, which will be Benelux VIP versus Orglus. So they need to wait for the winner and loser to proceed into the brackets, and Team Missclick will in the end need to play against either Benelux VIP or Team Orglus, where either Benelux VIP or Orglus will proceed into the grand final. So, like I said, Sunday, make sure to write it down in your agenda to know that this Sunday at 3 p.m. British time, 4 p.m. Central European time, we will play the upper bracket final match between Benelux VIP and Orkless, of which one team will proceed into the grand finals and one team will proceed into the lower bracket final where they will need to play against Team Missclick. Either way, there's only 3 teams left right now in this competition, which is Benelux VIP, Orkless and Team Missclick. All 3 teams will at least win some money, varying between £80 and £380, which is about €97 and €462, which is very nice for them. So all of them, they will win a good prize, but they will still need to fight for which prize they will get. Well, before I end the stream, I actually want to thank our sponsor one more time. They're our fairly new sponsor, which is Dude. Dude is a new sponsor of ESA, as we have recently partnered up with them. So I would like to thank them for sponsoring us. Dude is actually the next generation interactive platform for gamers. To actually explain it in simple words, it's basically a Tinder for gamers where players can discover, upload, and monetize their content. And if you actually want to know more about Dude, make sure to look him up, join our Discord, and check our Twitter for more information about our sponsor, Dude. Thank you for sponsoring Dude. Okay, so basically the match for today has ended. I would like to thank everyone for watching this tournament. I hope you enjoyed it. Casting in English is fairly new for me. I hope you guys managed to enjoy listening to it. And obviously also thank you for playing. Thank you, SoloGenic, for participating in this tournament. We hope to see you in the near future. And Missclick, good luck in the lower bracket finals. Everyone, I wish you guys a good night, and I see you on Sunday. Good evening. Bye-bye.